Welcome to the next part of getting started with ChordPro. Today, we're going to be looking at installing ChordPro on macOS. It's a pretty simple process. It may be a little bit different than your normal process you're used to, but they make it pretty easy to do, and you get a fully functional ChordPro install. Now, this is updated for 2025 with the most recent releases of ChordPro as of February 2025. So to get started, a great and easy way to start is to head on over to my website where I'll be posting a lot of this information, and I'll hopefully have it in any comments on this video when we put it up there. But you can come on out here to my website, which is smythenet.com, and if you go into the Soiree folder, that's SOIREE, you'll come to my Hello Ukaholics page here where I have all my presentations going. And here's our 2024 course, and you can actually click this to download all of last year's course with all of its information and work files. And when you go into that, the file that you are going to want to grab first is going to be this 2024.pdf. That is actually going to be a copy of the presentation from 2024. And if you come down to right down here, actually we'll go up to page 6 here, where we've got our getting started here. This has a link right to sourceforge.net to the project called Chordi, that's C-H-O-R-D-I-I. And we're going to go ahead and open that link, and that's going to take us to the SourceForge downloads for Chordi, or ChordPro. So Chordi is one of the reference implementations of ChordPro. In this case, we're going to go and grab the latest release, which is release 6.070, and that was released right now on January 30th of 2025, so this is brand new. We're going to go down into here, and as you come down through, ignore all the ads that pop up, but you're going to look for the download links here. In this case, we're doing macOS on an Intel platform, so you will need to know what architecture you are running. Again, we're going to do the Intel platform for our architecture today. So we're going to go ahead and download that DMG install file. And you can see our download will start shortly. And then we're going to get our download. And here it comes. And SourceForge is going to loop us around through a couple of pages before it takes us back to the home page for the Chordi project. And when we do get back to the home page here, you'll see there are some links here for the different downloads. There's the files that we were just in. There is a support and bugs section here if you need any help with anything. And there are some samples for the projects, a little bit about what it is, what it does. Now our download is complete. So we're going to go ahead and close out of our project files here, and we're going to open that DMG file. Now, as we go through this, there's a couple of things that are a little bit different. Because this is a piece of open source software that's not running through the Apple App Store, this is not a signed piece of software. So with modern versions of macOS, you can't just directly install this. You've got to jump through some hoops. All of those hoops are detailed here in the README first file. And it goes through a little bit about the process that you need to go through to do it and why Apple has made some of these decisions. Personally, I actually have found that the install with terminal option here is the absolute fastest and best way to install this. And it's really easy. If you have not usually used the terminal on your macOS system, you're going to go down to your Launchpad and you're going to find terminal in here. In this case, mine's probably somewhere under other. There it is. There's terminal. And I'm going to go ahead and run a terminal. Now, I've got that terminal window, and as we can see, I'm here on my local system. And ChordPro makes this pretty easy. We've got this install link right here at the bottom of the page. We are going to drag that over and just drop that right in that new terminal window we opened and press enter. And it's going to say that it's going to install ChordPro to our applications folder. It's going to take care of all of the security quarantine issues that Apple will otherwise warn us about. And it's going to put ChordPro in our CLI, our command line interface, so that we can do ChordPro work in the terminal, which is where it gets really powerful later on when you want to make your big songbooks and fancy layouts. You don't need to use the terminal at all. You can do it all through the GUI if you'd like, but you'll have the option to go ahead and do that. In this moment, it's going to ask us for our password. Now, this is our login password for our macOS system here, and we're going to type that in and hit enter. And there we go. It has now installed it into our launcher. And we can go ahead and close out of the installer. We can close out of the command window. We can close out of our web browser. And we can close out of our Finder window. We'll go into our Launchpad here. And there, right at the bottom, is our freshly installed ChordPro. We run it by clicking it, and we are at the welcome interface.